At 6 p.m., I head out to pick up my child from school. My home is very close to the school, which is surrounded by small shops catering to students. These stores sell toys, stationery, snacks, and other items kids love, all at affordable prices. Every day after school, children stop by to buy their favorite treats. These shops have an annual rent of around 50 euro and earn roughly €0 per month in profit. It's a common small business model in China, and many are doing quite well. My child attends the school's soccer program 3 times a week. The classes are run in partnership with an external soccer club. At the start of the semester, parents and students can choose from various after-school programs, including soccer, basketball, martial arts, music, coding, STEM, and art. Some are free, while others cost between a few hundred to €3 per term. Almost every child participates in at least one extracurricular activity. School ends at 3:30 p.m., but since most parents are still at work, the school offers extended care until 5:30 p.m. for a small fee under 200 per month. Some clubs run until 6 p.m. Many kids carry heavy backpacks. Academic pressure starts early in China, and families invest heavily in education. The school's soccer team has had some impressive achievements. A few students have been selected for district, city, and even provincial competitions. Strong performance in these events can even help with future school admission. Last year, our school's under-10 team won a national championship. The area around the school is bustling with small businesses and street vendors selling handmade snacks. In China, residential communities are often built near schools, so most children live within walking distance. Middle and high schools may be farther away, but they're still accessible by public transport, no more than a 2-hour commute. Many older students live on campus and return home on weekends. Primary school homework is manageable these days. My child only does school assignments. We haven't enrolled them in extra tutoring. However, many parents do opt for after-school classes, which cost around 50 per 45-minute session. Nowadays, though, more parents are recognizing that children face excessive academic pressure with limited playtime. They're consciously reducing workloads to ensure kids enjoy a relaxed, joyful childhood, which significantly benefits their personality development. For families where both parents work late, there are daycare services that pick up kids, provide meals, and supervise them until parents return. These cost a few hundred yuan per month. In China, whenever there's demand for goods or services, the market naturally responds with affordable options. People are happy to pay for these conveniences. Our neighborhood is typical of Chinese residential area filled with shops selling daily necessities, so there's no need to travel far for groceries or services. Most communities house around 10 families, with several similar complexes nearby. Outside of top-tier cities, housing prices range from 0.30 per square meter or even lower in some areas. A typical urban family of 3 lives in about 100 square meters. While homeowners technically hold 70-year land leases rather than permanent ownership, no property taxes apply during this period. Leases automatically renew upon expiration with minor fees, specific amounts still pending regulation. Additionally, monthly management fees average 2 per square meter for community maintenance services. After school, younger kids often play in the community's shared spaces, which usually have small playgrounds, badminton courts, and ping pong tables. Got to start cooking right after getting home, since it's already past 6 p.m. Keeping dinner simple tonight: chive and egg pancakes, cucumber salad, and plain congee. Now, on work days, time is tight. Even simple meals like this, from prep to cleanup, take us about an hour and a half. If a family cooks daily, that's easily 2 to 3 hours of time investment. That's why many people buy meals from local restaurants, order food delivery, or dine out. The pancake batter comes together easily. 3 eggs, fresh chopped chives, some flour, and just enough water to make this smooth, pourable consistency. China is vast. Different regions have completely different food traditions. We categorize them into 8 major cuisines: Shandong, Sichuan, Cantonese, Jiangsu, Fujian, Zhejiang, Hunan, and Anhui styles. These developed over thousands of years with famous time-honored restaurants, always packed with customers. Home cooking usually follows these regional styles too. I currently live in southern China, but I'm originally from the north, so my cooking leans northern. Dinner took under 15 minutes tonight. Homemade meals just feel more comfortable, so we usually cook at home. Tonight's ingredients cost about 10 RMB, feeding 3 people. Eating out, cheaper meals cost 10 RMB per person. Nicer ones around 20 RMB. Prices vary by region, but anywhere in China, under 50 RMB gets you a very satisfying meal. Delivery prices are similar. Most Chinese homes use natural gas stoves. Cities have near total coverage, and rural areas are mostly converted now. It's convenient and environmentally friendlier. Monthly utilities look like this: gas under 30 RMB, electricity under 50 RMB, up to 100 for heavy users. Water around 10 RMB. Property fees about 300 RMB. These are typical household expenses. Heat the pan. Add a little vegetable oil. Animal fat tastes richer, but we use store-bought vegetable oil for convenience. 5 liters costs 40 to 120 RMB, depending on quality. Key for these pancakes: don't use too much oil or they'll feel greasy. Pour in some batter. Swirl to form a circle. Since it's home cooking, we don't fuss over appearance, but the texture is great and healthier than street food. This is one of China's simplest dishes. Each pancake cooks in under 2 minutes. When one side steams, flip it over. When steam rises from the second side, it's done. The thinness makes it cook fast. Dinner's ready. Pancakes, cucumber salad. Congee. China has countless regional chili sauces, especially famous ones from the southwest. Also Hunan, Guangdong, Shandong, northeast, northwest. Each area has its specialty. This 300ml jar costs 10 RMB. We use it as condiment, so one jar lasts us over 2 weeks. After dinner, I take my kid biking to the nearby sports center just minutes away. Outside, there's a free public basketball court, always busy in the evenings. These are half courts because full courts require more land, and most people find full games too tiring. The open layout here makes it breezier. People come by bicycle or e-scooter to exercise. Where crowds gather in China, vendors appear. Here they sell drinks, snacks. Chinese people's work ethic is world-renowned. You'll always see spectators watching the games. You might ask, if these courts are free, why are they fenced with wire mesh? I think it's probably to protect the playing surface. Let me show you the surroundings. When building these public facilities, they really tried to think about the user experience. You see well-designed walking paths, plenty of benches to rest on, little details like that everywhere. It really shows the skill of the designers and the mindset of the people managing things. This sports center has a professional football field and a multi-purpose indoor arena. China's urban development is highly efficient. Standard buildings take 1 year, larger complexes 2 to 3 years from design to completion. Whether big cities or small towns, they're clean, orderly, and green spaces are mandatory nationwide. Notice how many trees have support frames. That's because they were transplanted here from nurseries. Their root systems aren't fully established yet, so the supports help protect them while they get settled and take root. Lucid waters and lush mountains are invaluable assets. That's a slogan constantly reminding us Chinese. Because of it, cities are pushing hard on greening, rural areas are returning farmland to forests, and even desert regions are planting trees. Over the last decade, China contributed 1/4 of the world's new forest area. So seeing so much greenery in cities, no need to be surprised. We typically exercise outdoors from 7:00 to 9:00 p.m. Good for children's growth and adult health too. Mostly younger people play sports here. Around 9 p.m. we head home. This is our route. Along the way, you'll see barbecue stalls, grilling meats and vegetables. China feels very safe at night, with surveillance cameras everywhere, strict weapon controls, and security checks in crowded spaces. Streets still have people, but fewer than daytime. We cut through a park to reach home. Most Chinese neighborhoods have either a sports area or a park nearby. The national vision is creating park-integrated cities, raising living standards. This goal is largely achieved now. Park lights stay on all night at appropriate brightness, though some street lights are overly bright, causing light pollution. People relax on benches, enjoying the cool air. This park features a large central lake with fish, ducks, and swans. Looping the entire park takes about 20 minutes. There's also a paid football field here, still busy at this hour. It costs 20 RMB per person per hour. You'll see people jogging, walking, since daytime is for work. Evenings are for families. Park paths are smooth and clean. Now we're back at our apartment complex. A watermelon vendor's here, selling at 2 RMB per jin, 4 RMB per kilogram. Very reasonable. In hot weather, many fruit sellers operate from mobile carts. Honesty in Chinese markets has improved greatly. No need to worry about price gouging or underweight products. The credibility system works well now. Most mobile vendors don't just sell one day and leave. If business is good, they stay, building customer trust. There's also a flower cart. A basic bouquet costs about 10 RMB, larger arrangements, tens of RMB. Past 9 p.m., our complex remains lively. Wherever you see lights on, that's a shop open for business. They sell all sorts of goods and offer services. Most stay open until about 11 p.m. and open again around 7 a.m. the next morning. This hot pot restaurant does steady business, operating for years. To international viewers, you can choose non-spicy broths like tomato or mushroom. They operate year-round, only closing for about 15 days around the Spring Festival holiday. That's why I always say life in China is super convenient. Resident cars park in underground garages. Some without parking spaces use roadside spots, permitted from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m.